It's this golden moment. Don't we all want that? Yeah, I came up with this seasonal change model when I was at the farm. I created the world's first carbon neutral honey farm, and I went through a period where I was quite unwell. So I spent a lot of time outside, and I realized working on the farm that actually our change cycle, if you like, we have to navigate change through 4 very significant phases in the same way that nature does. And I realized there was this real sort of corollary as to how we can look at behavior change. So I called it a seasonal change model. It starts fundamentally that we begin all change in what is effectively like autumn, a season of repair and regeneration. And if you think about that in the natural world, the leaves are falling, farmers are harvesting the crops, we're preparing to sort of hunker down, preparing for something. And so whether change happens to us or whether we instigate it, we are very much in that phase of repair and regeneration. Let's kind of, get rid of stuff, strip stuff back. What do we need to do? We then move into winter. Classically in nature, it's a period where it's pretty dank and dull and uninteresting, and it appears crucially, and this is important, it appears as though nothing is happening. It's this period of dullness where we don't see growth, we don't see any energy, we just see bare leaves and no flowers. And there is always that phase. It can be short or long, but there's always that phase where it just doesn't feel like we're getting anywhere. But it's really important we spend time in that. Even nature knows that we have to pause and just sit on our hands for a bit. And then of course what comes next? Spring, a season, a phase of new growth. And we always end up there. And then, there's a lot to be said about that, but of course, ultimately, where do we get to? We get to summer, that period of total abundance, where days are longer, everything's wonderful, and we're smashing it. And we've all been in each of those seasons, and we will continually cycle through them. So if you're sat watching this thinking, well, we're smashing it out of the park right now, we're meeting all of our targets, our clients love us, everyone's happy, my health is great, my finances are fine, my relationships are good, spiritually I'm good, you're in your summer. But we can't, it's impossible for us to sustain that. Around the corner is going to be an autumn. It only takes one phone call, mum's had a fall, or for a customer to say, we're going to shift some of our business elsewhere. Suddenly, boom, we're into autumn. What's the relevance? Super important. Identify where you are right now, you know what's coming next, we can prepare for that and expedite our cycle through to get to, I guess, ultimately where we want to be as a summer. But for crying out loud, don't rush the winter. I know it's really frustrating, but winter's really important. You need that moment of rest and pause to let all the preparation did in autumn catch up and move you forward. That's the seasonal change model. I think one of the challenges with that winter phase of the seasonal change model is that there's a real temptation for us to just keep going. We're not very good at stopping. We're not all that good at pausing, actually, because we have created an environment, a culture where forwards and better is always more, right? More is better. It's this crazy notion that busy must mean success, which is nonsense. If we stop to look at that, if we had the time to press pause and reflect on it, we'd realize that actually being busy and accumulating more doesn't mean success. We just become busy fools. So this idea of accumulating more and expediting, the speed of getting to the end result, we miss a lot of the nuance and the important stuff in the way. So the winter part, that period of just sort of pausing, is so incredibly important to allow collation. Your brain all the time is taking in all of this information, all of it. It's just constantly consuming. But what do you do with that? Think about your phone. It's got thousands of photos on it. When was the last time you went through those photos? We just accumulate. We're looking at that same device, adding more photos to it, more screenshots, consuming stuff from social media and the internet. Do you remember any of that stuff? No. Why? Because we can't remember everything that's ever happened in the world. I used to have a library collection of 3,000 books, just under. And one day I sat and looked at them and thought, I've read them all, but I don't remember hardly anything that's in them. So why on earth have I got them? Is it kind of knowledge by proxy or something? I don't know. And we've all got examples of that in our life. So once you strip everything out, which is what this winter is about, it's about the ability of saying, okay, we've got an opportunity here where we're not really busy selling. We're not really busy with, the summer. And we're not really busy preparing. It's this golden moment. Don't we all want that? We all want that lovely summer. You know, when we're all kids and we've got nothing to do, we say we're bored, and then we get to 40 and we've got nothing to do and we think, oh, it's bliss, you know, I did nothing all weekend. There's this real strange relationship we have with pause. But here's the big takeaway message. It's not our defined identity. It's created by culture. It's created by this idea that I can go online and I want it today or tomorrow, because that's the culture we've got. We're not used to waiting 7 to 14 days for something to come in the post anymore. If I want to watch something, I want to watch it now, and I can press a button and I can do it. Do you see how that starts to affect behavior in every other way? We're impatient with relationships. We're impatient with, you know, if you look at the statistics, people are getting married quicker. It used to be you'd court somebody for, I don't know, maybe 5 years or more. Now, of course, people are getting married much quicker and divorced much quicker. And the reason is because if we keep rushing into making decisions without having an opportunity to really think about it, to just take a step back and say, is this the right thing? Have I got all the information I need? Am I going in the right direction? Rather than this notion of continually moving forwards all the time, that winter phase allows us that golden opportunity. It allows us to say, because ultimately it's that, isn't it? It's what you can do in the winter. It's not a case of just sitting on your hands and thinking, gosh, I hope this silence carries on for not much longer because it's cripplingly awkward. It's not that. It's, oh, I've got an opportunity where things suddenly are quieter. What am I going to do here? This is an opportunity to say what works, what doesn't work. Am I doing what I really want to do? What do we need to do? Where do I want to go? What's the one thing I can do today that gets me a bit closer to that? Do you see how suddenly winter becomes this really magical phase where actually we can get the right things done because there's less chaos and less noise? So sort of ironically, I think most people probably think summer's the one that they love most in the seasonal change model because we're smashing targets, everything's great, everything's wonderful. But it's just like when we lose people. You know, when someone dies, when you lose someone you love, it's only then that you really recognize the opportunity that you had, right? That you didn't tell them you loved them enough. That you didn't, I don't know, sacrifice enough of your time. You didn't spend enough time with them. Well, it's too late then, isn't it? So winter gives you that opportunity. It gives you the opportunity to say, what do I want? What's missing? What do we need to do? Is this an opportunity to do something different? And that, I think, is the most important season in the seasonal change model. So the seasonal change model I came up with just during COVID, I think, actually. So it's a few years old now, and it's lovely that some of my clients, large organizations you would recognize, have it as part of their culture change program. It's a very clear, logical, 4-step sort of process, if you like, to navigate through however you apply it, change, culture change, mindset, whatever you want to use it for. But there are 2 distinct applications. One is individual and one is at a corporate level, whether that's group or organizational. As macro or micro as you want that. But the individual one's really important too. It's a little bit like personality profiling, of which I'm absolutely not a fan of, but it's the same sort of concept. You know, where am I right now? And let me kind of dig down into that. And if you can sort of spot where you are on the seasonal change model and really understand why you're there and what are the things that are making you in that spring, you know, identify them. And you address the seasonal change model in each of the key areas of your life. So health, finance, career, spirituality, relationships. And that gives you an idea of where you need to perhaps put a little bit more effort in and where you don't. And there's an exercise I have for that. And then of course you can do exactly the same thing at work. Now what's important, of course, is that you use those as sort of templates that you can layer over each other. Because where you are in your own seasonal change model is going to impact how you can show up organizationally. And if there is some sort of incongruence there, that's worth addressing, either at a HR level, individual, team level, whatever. But it's okay. I think it's really important that we say, actually, do you know what? I'm very much in a period of winter because of, you don't have to explain it, but because of what you know it to be. But wouldn't that be interesting if even within your winter, the organization was in their summer or spring period, which just goes to show actually what collaborative effort does in terms of helping expedite a sort of change model, I suppose, and movement through change.